We're birds.
Different birds.
We're, yeah.
They are different birds.
Who wants to be birds? Come on, America. Be birds.
I want to be a bird.
And we have a vociferous chipper. Cheep, cheep.
Hi, Libra. All right, happy opposite birthday. Oh, perfect card. Oh, let's leave that deck out. Happy opposite birthday, happy Aries season, or whenever you arrive. So, let's touch on some messages before we jump into your cards. When the moon is in Libra, today is actually the moon is in Libra. It's always very sensitive to me personally. I don't know, maybe some of you have this natally. It's kind of a squared up place, but let me give you the dates that the moon is in your sign just so that you have awareness around it. This is from a tropical perspective. Let's see. The 22nd, 23rd, the 22nd and the 23rd. I'm recording this the end of March. So 22nd, 23rd. So basically not until we get into Taurus season does the moon go back into your sign. So the end of March, you could take these moon cycles as like a replenishment energy, but also a means to like get energy out. And I feel as if music is a person's either really sensitive to music in this time or can use music as a means of healing specifically. Like it has more strength than normal. It may draw out like an emotion from a person. There's a sensitivity there, which maybe in the moment doesn't always feel that great because it's pretty vulnerable. So you'd probably want to give yourself a little space and time. This month also. What else do I see? Oh, Mercury and your 5th house are being highlighted. Let's actually reference Robert Hand's Life Cycles for a Living. I love his mind. Mercury in the 5th. I guess we're talking about a person being able to express their thoughts very easily, and communicating ideas with others it's seemingly a good time for that. Like a person here has an ability to make clear where they stand on any matter, which is great, and explain effectively any issue that's going on. This could be in ways of solving the issue or just purely expressing, again, like what someone is working through. This also could be like a very playful mind time, like very imaginative. So however you are creative, it may be a nice time to perhaps write down some ideas or just give yourself space and time to flow with creativity. You know, like I'm not putting these huge parameters around something. I'm just going into the field of what happens if I let this go. This could also be if you love to play games, that I feel like a person's more apt to want to play games. It could even be games that are communicative, right? Like, word association or, I don't know, Scrabble or something that's intriguing that way. Oh, if you read tarot too, do any kind of divination, I'm seeing someone with like yarrow sticks, but maybe something's becoming more in tune that way also. Now, although there's an ability to express thoughts and to communicate effectively and all of that, which could be partially decision making, because it's sitting in the 5th house, the way I'm seeing it is that the major function of this lesson in this time is to have fun with something, to be more lighthearted about something. I to me, Libra has a seriousness to them. It's kind of like Virgo. Well, let's not compare yourself to anyone else. First and foremost, I heard, I will not, repeat after me if you please, I will not compare myself to anyone else. Guess we just needed to put a stamp on that one. There's also something about this time, and this has to, I'm seeing the word the house, or this house is sort of inclined to release inner energy. And there is something expansive in the intelligence or the learning process, right? Mercury is very much about learning. I would also say Mercury is business and 5th house is risk. So this probably wouldn't be a time for risky investments. If for some reason that is an option for you. It's more for play. Like if you're gonna bet, it's like you bet pennies, right? Or you bet peanuts or something. You don't put $100 bills in here. You don't put your savings down on something. Empress. Something different when we get into May. Okay, I feel like this is also important. Again, feel free, I heard, to repeat after me, which is actually repeating Robert Hand. I do not need to... Okay, let me just read the sentence. Do not feel that you need to justify everything that you do right now with some practical motive. So I feel like the sentence to repeat, if you will, is I do not have to feel guilty for not being able to justify just being. And part of the reason we're not supposed to justify everything, again, like, because you're inadvertently enlarging, someone is inadvertently, whether they want to or not, enlarging their mental, again, faculty, their intelligence on something, expanding or enlarging the mind, even if that isn't the intention. And if we let go of, again, being like, well, does this have practical usage? You know, Saturn's exalted in Libra. That's a natural tendency to be, again, kind of serious. Later, whatever the experiences are now, especially if you just allow them to be, we just talked about this on Patreon, like embracing play. It's like later these experiences will, he says, will no doubt show you the usefulness of these activities, but don't worry about that now. Okay? because if we take this in a circular sense, if Mercury then will move into the 6th house and we go on, maybe you want to look at that when Mercury will be in these houses. Then we're working towards 2 different areas of manifestation, of health and of work, right? 2 of Cups. So it's like right now the ideas, the creative brainstorming is also huge right now. So again, I saw someone like writing things down in a notebook, or like just talking about them with other people, maybe being inspiring. You could even be silly about it. Be like, I don't know how you're going about it, but 8 of Wands. Yeah, the conversation. There's that awesome page. The whole reason we kept this deck out. Look at this awesome little page of air. Like, so creative, right? Look how this person decided to draw the Page of Swords. It doesn't even have, you know, a technical body. It's weird hands. There's tools on the ground. Like, this person's interpretation of the page, he could have drawn it just like everybody else, right? But he didn't. He did it in his own way. And because of that, it's cool. I mean, maybe not everybody gets it. But, like, for instance, when I connect with this art, it's one of my favorite things ever. It's so inspiring, you know, and it does feel very playful. Okay, let's leave that like that. Let's see what's up, Libra. Beyond that, let's see what's going on in your cards. Just a minute. Libra. What have you been working on lately? Have you traveled anywhere? Or like, there we go. Knight of Cups. That's beautiful. Aries actually had the Ace of Cups, and you have this person holding the Ace of Cups. That's very nice. Oh, there's the Empress again. Beautiful. People love you so much, Libra. Did you know that? Yeah, this is your significant other. This is your family. This is the people you work with. They love you. Yes, they love you so much. I heard you're a pleasure to be around. There's something about somebody's mom also. Somebody has a very strong bond with their mother. Someone sees someone as a queen. I see that somebody wants to do right by somebody. Yeah, there's the King of Wands. And the Hermit. Yes, very conscientious of choices. But I do want to reel back here a little bit. The Queen of Swords, thank you very much. She's always on point. This month's foundational energy is to be playful. To be creative. Knight of Cups is pretty laid back, right? He's just like, he loves life. It's life is a he's actually pretty. Knight of Cups can sometimes be fantastical. So some of you may have to, I heard, schedule. Some of you may have to schedule fun. And I heard, don't worry, you'll get your energy back if you've been missing it. Right, as the seasons shift here, that's going to help a lot. I heard, please find means of releasing, again, that inner energy. And you can use external sources for that, as long as it's, I feel like it's more movies, music, TV, things like this are gonna pull. It's like other humans in other dimensions are what pull. Interesting, what pull energy. So if you catch yourself being too serious, don't forget to laugh at yourself. Okay? Yeah, 2 of Cups, 6 of Cups. That's a very genuine, this is very genuine love right here. Or you don't have to question that. Whether you're loved or whether you're worth it. Someone does not need to question themselves. No. Even whether they're good looking or not, or like attractive or not, or peaceful enough or not. Like, I heard don't pick it apart. King of Swords. That's right. Let's see. What do we... I would like to choose from a different deck. Hold on. Oh, this smells really good. Oh, sensory. Yeah, sensory could be a thing in this time, too. Taurus talked about eating light. You guys both adjust and, like, balance one another. So, like, eating light. Right, playful energy is pretty light energy. Hold on. Alright, it's not these cards. Ooh, let's play with these ones. This is fun. What solitaire games... What card games did you used to play when you were a kid? Or like, what card games do you know how to play? What games do you like? Okay. Go fish. Go fish. Got any 7s? No? Go fish. I guess Go Fish is better than War. My sister and I used to play War a lot when we were kids. Okay. So there's a fish and a rabbit. There's... Okay, remember, Jupiter is forward from January until September. So that's a big deal for everyone. We're just talking to you, though. From January until September, there's like this, I heard this growth period. January was one of the cornerstones of that. Right now, April is another one. Right, Capricorn's kind of serious. We're in Aries season, but we're talking about playfulness and ideas and being open-minded and looking at it like a child, right? Because usually children don't have worry, always a plus. Then we have June and July are also 2 other significant months. Yes, Queen of Swords says yes. So now until June, somebody will be implementing it could be ideas into physical reality. You kind of want to rest your mind between now and June also. Because right now you're in an opposition. May, you're in an inconjunction. June, you will be in a trine. So And I'm seeing where someone's like was playing tug of war. Be like, no, give me that. Be like, no, give it. It's instead of the opposition being like headbutting or fisticuffing, tugging apart, it's like pull in, pull out, pull in, pull out. It's push in, pull back. It's more playful. And I actually saw a person even like fall down, but they were really falling down out of laughter. So I heard again, don't forget to laugh at yourself. Someone likes to wear hats. I'm holding my breath. Well, rather, I just became conscious of my energy. That's good. We came back into our own body. Okay. Libra. So you know what's true or not. You know what's fishy or not. Right? You're no fool. I see. You're no fool. But I guess that doesn't mean that everybody can see what you can see. And I see the words again, like lighten up energy, energy. There's something about the energy lightening. The energy of lightning. That's pretty strong energy. And that comes out of nowhere. I'm seeing these as ideas. Like, it could be even be epiphanies. Ace of Cups. Awesome. There's a fire sign of the past that's very close to you. Just a minute. Oh, cool. Puzzle. Do you like puzzles? Oh, I know what to do. Give me a second. Ten cards. Oh, that one. Well, someone just reminded themselves, like, hey, keep it lighthearted. Who's your most serious friend? Who's your closest friend that has a child? Which friend has a pet? Like, has an animal? Or, like, can talk to animals? You don't have to worry about that old friend that, or like frenemy. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Someone was jealous of you, I guess. Someone was jealous of someone. Angry that they were happy. I feel like Aries talked about this too. But that's no longer... Oh, there's another puzzle. Perfect. Right, we can see what goes together. We know how things go together now. Right, how they're supposed to be. Because when they're in the right places, then it's easier to see what's going on. Someone's also not afraid of the hard decisions. And I heard, oh, we could do this or we could do that. So actually, with you being in such an open-minded state, that in considering if we stay in this playful energy, you could also be a blessing for other people to talk to. Now, of course, don't forget that you can be on the other side of that. You know, where you were also graced by the presence of others, the Emperor. Someone makes a lot of excuses for something. Then this card was in the Taurus reading. Okay, you know when you get down on yourself, or like you get in your head about things, and again that Saturn becomes too strong, and I heard, and you strong arm like yourself. I think this is when you also want to talk to yourself as if you were a kid, like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean you feel like that? You know, like, that's silly. Like, why do you even think that? You know, or you know how someone, like a kid will come up to someone and be like, why are you crying? Or, hey, you get something on your face. It's like they're not afraid to just... Well, they're just not afraid. Like to say the wrong thing. Because as long as the playfulness is not... Someone could also be sensitive to jokes at this time. So, like, if someone is one of those kind of jokers where it's poking fun at someone else, someone's going to realize, like, that's not the way to use that childlike energy. That's just childish or cruel, right? It's different. So who is it that makes you laugh? Like... Find things that make you laugh. And there are all these external things that help a person to pull energy out. You know, it's like pull out sadness that's just in that corner, or like pull out humor, right? Because I heard I saw where someone's always giving someone a soft place to be. But like when they go to jump, it's like I heard they hit the concrete. Queen of Fire with the Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Cups with the Three of Pentacles. I think more towards Taurus season, you're going to have more full power. And by the time September comes, I feel like May and then September, the next two Earth, you're going to be a person's going to be feeling pretty darn good. Like they feel comfortable. They feel, especially if we've had any questions around work. Or around like whether what you're doing is enough or not. Three of Coins again. Right, Three of Coins is where people respect what people do. January, April, May, May, June, July. Where was that card? Just a second. I forgot to finish looking at that puzzle. There we go. Someone on the other side, or like something that's passed over. How do I explain this? Well, I guess there's a peaceful state in not wanting to figure everything out right now. But it's having some kind of I keep going back. I keep seeing this child. It's about you. It's about a person having a different vantage point. I saw the Three of Wands and the Justice card, which is you specifically. As in it, you. There's a Page of Swords again, right? Write down what you want to adjust. Maybe you want to write a little story. Have you ever written a story? If you could write a book, what would you write a book about? Someone could also be just like practicing their penmanship or practicing their practicing their lines. You know, coloring, painting, those kind of things could also be very highlighted in this time. I see, especially to ease the mind, the chatter of the mind. All right. Hermit. Yeah, we completed the world. Yes, we completed this session. Perfect. I hope this was helpful, Libra. Ace of Cups, I love you so much. Page of Cups, yes I do. Look at the, there's a bird and there's a nest of eggs. Perfect. Just never put all your eggs in one basket, okay? Always have multiple baskets and different kinds of eggs. And I heard, and you never have to rush. Nor think that you will not have enough. And if you're wondering about enough in ways of support, and potentially the capacity of how much one could have in their life in ways of, again, like community or security. Aries energy talked a lot about that in ways of the we, which is pretty cool that you're kind of like in the I, you know, I, etc. And Aries is the we, which is, that's cool because that means the two of you are looking at things from our positive prosperity, with positivity, which creates prosperity. And I'm seeing this like, oh my God, like, what do you think about this idea? Like, have you even, can you imagine? Like, it's just, and even if someone's just like, dude, you're not seeing the forest for the trees here, it'd be like, yeah, but could you imagine? Can you imagine? The power of imagination. Let me just write that down. I've been working on my penmanship. Feels good to be intentional there. Alrighty. Love you so much, Libra, and thank you for being a part of this place and showing up and working through all the hard stuff. Goodness gracious, over these, some of you have been here 6-7 years, right? Well done. But whenever you have shown up, I am so glad that we're all together, and I do hope this was of service. And thank you for being, again, supportive here, loving in this space, loving in your lives, supportive in your lives, and I'm excited to see what kind of ideas you'll come up with. Maybe like your soul talking to you. All right. You take care, and I'll talk to you next time.